All right, well, we'll give it a little bit. Make sure people get in here. We'll see what happens. We'll have to dinner, so I don't know. Hey, what's going on, Kingpin? Yeah, it's Pat and the Planter. I'm actually putting seed in the ground. Holy crap, finally. And reloading from the hot pot. Nice. Blowing that smoke. Yeah, that's the old brown box. I know you little devil. Let me get set here, fellas. Oh, there you go. You're way off. Get back there. Thank you. Hey, viejo. Give me 2 seconds to get this reset here. Gotta back up, turn around, sit down, take a shot. Let the tractor get lined up. And we're off again. Got me right on the turn row. Hey, MC. Yeah, I missed you on Friday, Walter. Hope your trip went well. But yeah, it's Pat and Planter. So yeah, I've been putting seed in the ground for about the last 20 minutes now. So haven't been at it very long. I relieved my dad so he can go home and eat, and I'm gonna finish out the rest of the night. I'll quit when it gets dark. We're close to it. I don't like pushing the old guy too hard. He's earned not having to put in long hours. So this field that I'm on right now, all together with the dryland corners, is 127 acres, and I'm on the long rows right now. I got everything set. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but see the trees? Or maybe you can't. Yeah, clear down there. Longest field I've got. But this is what I'm up to right now. Putting some corn in the ground. So, yeah, this is the longest field I have. It's dang near a mile, one end to the other on the long rows. And yes, Ashley, am I having fun yet? No. I'm doing better than I was about an hour ago when I had to replace all of the Truvies, the 2 displays that come together like this that actually open the trench up behind it to drop the seed in. Yeah, I had 3 units go out in the first hour of planting while my dad was planting. So, and they're not that old. They're only 2 seasons old. All the bearings are starting to go out. So, which at some point in time, I'm going to have to get back out, take a look at everything, and make sure I ain't got anything else going bad that I just replaced. Oh man, I overhauled this whole planter 2 years ago. So yeah, I'm not really happy with the Truvies being the bearing being shot already. Yes, cornhole. What in the wide world of sports going on here? Well, I'm planting. I don't know what you're doing, Boom, but I'm planting. I'm busy. Yep, have a good one, Gene. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, I'm just, it takes a little while to get from one end to the other when you're only going 5.5 miles an hour. Just a little bit. But, yeah, I should have known. I should have known better because we literally started planting today, and we literally hit the field and did not have one hiccup in the first 15 minutes. Everything fired up, everything ran, everything was tuned. It was perfect right out of the gate. I was like, well, this ain't gonna last. I was right. About an hour later, had to replace a bunch of blades. So, but yeah, just putting all the corn on what would be called the on one of our irrigated pivots. I'm actually not on the field that I'm usually video from. I'm actually there's a pivot up against the trees right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, that's what we're doing out back right there. I'll run you guys through everything. Okay, this is called the brown box. This is my arch nemesis. This is the pain in my ass that makes all the noise. This tells you the population per acre. Right now, it's seeds per acre, and this is individual row. 27,600. My goal was 28, so it's really, really close. So not enough to mess with. Just reward hit a track. And then I do a random scan here on different rows to let me know, just to look at them and see that everything is, each row is doing okay. This is my page. This is my second page. That's my speed off the radar. Yes, tractors have radar. That's my vacuum. Vacuum pulls the seed in the plates and drops it off and lets it go into the ground. It's kind of complicated how it works. Maybe when I get out, I will show you guys and explain it to you. But this is my second one. That's all my hydraulics right there, and that's my headland. It's a program in there that when I hit a button, it switches to each one of these and goes on down the row. Headland button. Thirdly, auto steer and my ag mapping. I got to put you guys up. I got to turn around here pretty soon. Yes, GPS driven autopilot. Hey, Squib. Sorry, I'm just catching up on everything here. That's nice, Viejo. I wish I was sitting down beside you with the cocktail. I really do. And that's the daisy. And there's a lot of things to keep track of. I got to make sure. I got to keep track of the tractor's vitals. I got to keep track of the planter's vitals. So yeah, there's definitely a lot. And I've got a little foot switch down there that tells me and I hit that switch 3 more times. Slow down a little bit. Let's move on fast, guys. Slow down. Ouch. There we go. Okay. But yeah, hey Squibby. Hope everything's good on your end. But yeah, I'm doing irrigated corn right now, and the GPS driven autopilot here. You guys probably didn't get too good of a look at it. Let me bring it back down. That guy right there. That's my mapping right there. That's me. And that keeps me going. Uh-oh. Gosh dang it. I screwed up. Hold on a second, guys. Press the wrong button. That's good. I hate this thing. And I am learning. This is a brand new system. Oh, okay. I just hit the wrong button. No biggie. But yeah, auto steer. Obviously, I got my hands off the wheel. I've got a guy that's going to come in and custom cut everything and pick everything. Pick corn, cut beans. But this system does a lot better job than I could manually with the wing markers on here. It keeps the rows all nice and tight, especially when you do, like, let's say I'm going north to south and I turn around going south to north. It keeps it really tight and within an inch of the track that I just laid down before. So, but it's got to be that precise because I have an 8-row planter and the guy's got a 12-row head. So really doesn't match up unless you keep everything just tight on it. So it can do a better job than I can, or the human can. So, but yeah, it's really nice because then I can come over here and I can keep an eye on my planner, look back there every once in a while, make sure everything's running right. Monitor my rows. Okay, I got a new one. Sorry, just making sure I got all that for everybody. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. I've seen pictures and stuff of Death Valley and everything, but I've never been. The closest I've been to that is out to Arizona and stuff, so which is really pretty. So the mountains and everything are spectacular. But yeah, enjoy yourself while you're out there, Viejo. For sure. Yeah, one of these days, I'll have to actually invite some people on my little ag talks and everything. Uh, that way people can ride along and uh, ask questions firsthand and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know how long this stream will last. I'm actually in a good field where I have good reception right now. And the rows are nice and long, so that way I'm not having to do a bunch of turning around and stuff. And my dad did the turn rows where you have to stop, turn around, and you know. But anywho, yeah, if y'all have any questions or or anything, feel free to ask. That's kind of what this whole stream is about. I should kind of let you in the inside window of what I do for a living. You know, I've been spreading manure this year. I've been in the sprayer. I'm in the planter now. I've been on the three-wheeler, picking up posts. So I'm really trying to cover a bunch of stuff this year, so that way, if anybody ever has any questions on anything, that's kind of how food is actually grown. I am bringing my Mosins, of course. I'm bringing that upper, that 7.62 by 39 upper that I won at Thunder on the Prairie last year. That's fully built out. That's my daughter's rifle. Now, bringing my Smith. I'm bringing that Bear Creek that I won 2 years ago. The 5.56, because I've got a Banshee 1 to 10 LPBO that I'm absolutely love. I got a Kyle with it today, by the way. Let's see what else. All my handguns, pretty much. Let's see what else. I'll bring my 22s again. I'm debating on whether to bring my mom's 18. What is it? Is it 1873 22? Got to turn around here pretty soon, folks. Oh, thank you, Walter. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's important to just let people know, kind of like Squib's done in the past with his jobs and stuff. Letting everybody know how manufacturing's done and all that. So I think it's kind of important that people know kind of how the world works, not just inside their own little bubble. So I think that's important to learn different things, at least have an idea how stuff works. But all that stuff fascinates me, from mechanics to manufacturing, oil rigs, trains, planes, automobiles. There's a lot of stuff that interests me that I watch and stuff. So one thing I'm not really big on is electronics, because I fight them all the freaking time. So, but we don't do that anymore over here. So I'm sure it doesn't seem like it anyway. But anywho, so yeah, I'll be going till dark. It's oh, nice. Steamer, diesel, electric. What are we editing? Come on, man, you got me in suspense. Let's see, what else am I going to be bringing up Thunder on the Prairie? My black powder pistol, my Pieta. And I'm debating on whether to bring a shotgun. I have a Remington Model 11 that I think would be a lot of fun for some people to shoot. Old school. So yeah, I'm gonna bring quite the plethora of things, and maybe I'll have a surprise gun that comes out. I'm not sure. I'm still working out the details on that. I'm getting a hold of a certain gun, but it's still up in the air. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to try to do anything to jinx it. I got to look at my rows and everything here real quick, guys. Oh, nice. 4 electromotive diesel locomotives leading a Canadian national locomotive. Gotcha. Since we're kind of talking about trains, Nebraska, Friday night. Oh, I'm going to Thunder on the Prairie. I might as well just pack heavy. That way, if I got something somebody wants to shoot, they're more than welcome to. Oh, yeah, and my revolvers. I'll bring my revolvers. I've got that Heritage 22 with the mag cylinder and everything that I'm going to bring, too. So, and my brother's got his motorized Mosin that he's going to bring along with an OG. And I'm going to bring all the tools and everything with that one that I've got for the carbine that you hooked me up with, which thanks again. Appreciate. So, yeah, it just, things like Boss and all those guys, there's a couple of guys that are coming in from long ways and they can't carry a lot, so I just figured I'd bring a bunch and see what people want to shoot, I guess. And right now, according to this, where to go? $13 an hour. Speed is 5.5 miles per hour. Average row spacing in inches is 7.5. Hydraulics. And of course my ag mapping. We call it painting in the farming community because all you're doing going back and forth in the field is painting on there. Yeah, what was I? Oh yeah, since you were talking about locomotives on Friday, Eastern and basically the whole eastern half of Nebraska got hammered by a bunch of tornadoes. There's a video floating around on Facebook. There was a 3-train setup, 3-engine setup, got hit by a tornado, and the guys were standing outside of it. It was about a mile away. And they had to duck back inside of the engine, the lead engine, and take cover because it literally hit the lead engine head on. I think it was like a F3 tornado. Knocked every single car behind the third engine on back over off tracks. So, but they got it all on tape or a video, whatever how you want to say it. So, yeah. But anyway, we're gonna stop here real quick, guys. I'll get out and I will show you what I'm doing here. Because I need to check my TrueV's again. I had to replace number 2, number 3, and number 6. I'll show you what the trubies and everything are here just shortly. All right, good night, Viejo. Thanks for dropping by and at least saying hello. I appreciate it. I'll shut everything down. I'll show you what we're working with here, Squid, and whoever else is left on here. Get yourself lined up. Take a quick peek outside the cab. I just want to check through these really quick. Now, when I mean true these, this is what I'm talking about right here, folks. It comes out there. So it leaves a trench in the ground for the seed to go in. These wheels and everything. Pack the dirt in behind it. I just want to get out and check everything because I've had enough grief today with this thing already. I just want to roll everything. And that's how I put on my fertilizer, is out of these little tubes to get the little seed started. That was good. I just replaced that one, of course. Well, everything's tight. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll give you guys the 100-foot deal. This is a Maxi-Merge Plus John Deere on a 1700 bar, toolbar. Liquid fertilizer inside these big white tanks. And I'm running it on a Massey 7624. They do not make a fertilizer setup for the 7000 series tractor, so I had to build all that myself, the bar for the tanks and everything to sit on. Hooked on the loader frame down there. Big ass bolt. Dang, I hope you guys got to see all that. I just saw my screen and it said it was blank. Anybody catch any of that? I did a walk around on the tractor and the planter. Hopefully y'all got to see that. God, usually I've got really good reception right here and stuff. I've had excellent reception. Okay, now I gotta power everything back up. And away we go again. Oh, it did freeze a bit. Did you get to see most of it though? I hope so. Guess I should have done it at the other end of the field. Usually I've got really good reception through this whole field. It doesn't matter where I stop or where I'm at. But maybe with the StreamYard running. All right, just double checking stuff here on the ground box. Well, hopefully you guys got to see most of it. Anyway. But no, other than that, that's what I've been up to. Just busier than hell. We're just about the same as done with calving now. which is good because now I'm going to start getting really busy trying to get seed in the ground. We've got a chance of rain Wednesday through Thursday, so I'm hoping to get at least this field done. Hoping to get it done tomorrow. At least all the irrigated part. I've got 2 little dry land patches on here where the pivot doesn't hit. And then the fields directly to my east or west, I've got to do, those will be the next step to do because I always do all my irrigated fields first. And let's see what else. I do my irrigated corn first, then I do my beans second, whether it's dry land or irrigated, doesn't even matter. And then I do up my dry land corn very last. And there's a reason for all of that. I won't get into it on this stream. It's just because of the luck that I've had with trying to plant dry land first. It always seems like it burns up in the summer. So I leave it to the last, and it seems like when it pollinates, it's always seems like we've always missed the really stressful heat when the dry land corn goes to pollinate. And that's a really, really super stressful time for corn if it doesn't have enough rain and if it's super hot. So yeah. Let's see, what else? So we got 3 people. Nice. Yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. A couple things here. And we've had this planter since I came back to the farm 5 years ago. First year I was back, I came back in December. And we always had my uncle. We fertilized for him, and then he planted for us. And I told my dad, I said, well, we both kind of had it in our mind, really, that we wanted to plant ourselves and fertilize all of our stuff and just be done with doing other people's and everything. So kind of put it back in our own hands with planting and everything. And anyway, this has been a really good planter. I've been working on deer planters forever. Obviously being a John Deere guy and a technician for deer. So it just made sense to kind of go with what I knew as far as planter stuff wise. Now this Massey Ferguson, it was not my idea. I'm a green guy, always will be. I mean, it works. It works just fine. It's just not a deer. I'm just used to all the deer stuff. So, and my dad knows it. But he doesn't ever watch any of these things, so I'm fine. But anyway, yeah, it's like I said, guys, these rows, I'm going a mile right now in each direction, going, the field sits off towards the south, east, and runs northwest. But the one thing I will give this tractor, it is very comfortable. The seat and the cab are all air ride. And it does have front suspension on the front axle. It's so that's very nice. soaks up some of the bounce. Well, it's still a pain in the butt when you hit something big, but there's a lot of moving parts on this between putting down the fertilizer and the seed, and you got the row cleaners on here, so that way your TruVees that's actually putting the seed in the ground, opening up the trench for the seed to go in the ground, doesn't ride up on top of all the trash and not go in at the proper depth. And we go between 2.5 inches in the ground. So it's got to move those old stalks and stubble and stuff out of the road. So that way it's not just trying to cut through all that trash. So lets the planter get down in the ground where it needs to be. Time to turn around now. Oh, shut up. And like I said, this brown box is noisy. It works. But man, it's got a bell and whistle for just about everything on it. The auto steer. And we're cruising again. Hands free again. So, how long it actually takes me to get from one end to the other? Okay, 7:43 now. I just turned around. All right, we'll clock myself. Y'all remember that. 7:43. We'll see how long it actually takes to get turned around here. Vacuum's good. Speed's good. Population is good. Just double checking everything here. Here comes my uncle down the road. He's out for his evening ride. Maybe I'll give you guys another tour just in case y'all haven't seen what's going on. I need to plug back into my nose that bit. Hopefully y'all can see that. Yep, planting 8 rows at a time out there. There's the windshield version. Right there. But anyhow, so yeah, Nebraska sun. About time to clean the windows on this little girl again. Anyway, I don't know how long this stream will last. So, like I said, I'm gonna shut it down about dark. I do not like planting in the dark if I can help it. There's just too much I can't see at night, even with all these lights on the tractor. There's just a lot of moving parts on this planter, and I get a little fidgety when I can't see everything. I mean, if I'm pushing and there's rain or something coming, and I want to get a field done, or there's been several times where I've planted for other people and stuff, and I pushed till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning just to get done because there was rain coming, and it looked like it was going to be raining for the next couple days. And I was just like, push and go. So that doesn't happen very often now since I farm for myself. Now, though, I don't like to do it. I'm getting to that age that now late at night and everything, I'm just not as alert as I once was. I can still do it, but I just don't like doing it nearly as much as I like to anymore. But anyway, I just want to say thanks for everybody coming along and joining me, keeping me covered. At least I'm talking to you guys, not talking to myself. So, but anywho. Okay, well, since you asked what I was bringing, Squib, what are you bringing to Thunder on the Prairie? Oh, you're headed off to bed. Okay. Sorry, I guess I should have asked that sooner. I see I'm up back at 4. Okay. All right. Hey, GGW, how you doing, brother? Okay. Nice. Okay, well, you're definitely going to have to let me play with those then. Oh, please tell me you're going to bring back your. Oh, I forget. Is the MB59, is that the Duran? I always forget. I'm horrible with numbers. Okay, cool. Oh, going to bring out one of your actual handguns, 450 Bushmaster. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, GGW, thanks for tagging on. I'll show you here in a second what we got going on. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You told me that last year. Anyway, we'll show you GGW. Thanks for hanging out with me, Squib. Appreciate it. Thanks for letting me know what you're bringing. All right. GGW. This is what we are up to. It is back in winter time. Time for that seed to get in the ground. That's monitoring system number 1. This is the brown box. This tells me my average population, scanning on a row, so that way I kind of know exactly which row, what it's planting. That's all my hydraulics and stuff for the tractor, and my headland on what to do when I come up to the end of the row. And that is my auto guidance and ag mapping system. Right there. I gotta put you back up. I'm about to the end of the field. Yep. Later, Squib. Have a good one. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Yeah, GGW, that's what we're up to right now. I don't know when I'm going to get that damn LPVO Banshee or Panzer video. Um, yeah, it's the brown box is older than the hills. The planter's not too terribly old, but we've done a lot of upgrades and stuff, obviously. Come on. We're going to get. No, I'm going to have to stop. I'm going to have to back up. I didn't want to engage. It took me 6.5 minutes from one end of the field to the other. Oh, I'm planting irrigated corn right now. Actually, just started today. Started to cut about 3 hours ago. Dad was in it first, and it was going way too smooth, so something had to break right out of the box. Didn't have one hiccup for the first hour, and then had to replace a bunch of TruVs and stuff like that. Planting irrigated corn, Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa, by the way. Hope you're doing good. And the Scotsman, that is doing work until dark. I'm going straight again, so I'll give another view here. I am planting right now irrigated corn. I know I've said that a couple times, but this is my planter, John Deere 1700 Maxi-Merge Plus row units, extended bushel and a half boxes. Sorry, the sun's going down. And that's my view out front. And we are running a Massey Ferguson 7624 tractor. This is my brown box. This is my actual planter box right here that tells me the population per acre per row. The seed rate, I've got at 28,000 per acre on a row. This is my scan. It randomly scans different rows just to make sure everything is within spec. Tractor monitoring system in my headland. That's for the slow down, the fertilizer to stop, raise the planter, drop the planter, and so on and so forth. That is my auto steer and ag mapping system. That tells me where I've been, how many passes, and everything. And of course, I got more tractor stuff over here. I can't move the wheel or else my auto steer will stop. Yeah, that tells me my RPMs, how warm the tractor is, fuel, all that stuff, my speed. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of stuff to monitor. No. This will be used for like cattle feed, ethanol, plastics. There are certain plastics that are made out of corn, and this will be. Then once it gets turned into ethanol, the byproduct of that is distiller's grain, and that gets fed to the cow. So yeah, it goes for a lot of things except human consumption. So, but this is just field corn. It's not like sweet corn or anything like that, or like popcorn. I used to work for a farmer a long time ago when I was working through college in town, about an hour away from here, and he raised popcorn. So that's kind of finicky plant, but really cool because they've actually got an Orville Redenbacher, or whoever makes Orville Redenbacher. There's a plant here in Nebraska that you can take popcorn to. I plant right about, it depends on the year and what field broke open and everything, but roughly 800 acres every year between corn, soybeans, milo, and then I've got other fields where I actually harvest hay off of, where I harvest hay, alfalfa, rye, Sudan grass, and stuff like that. So, but actual fall harvest time, roughly about 800 acres. And this year, no milo. This year, we did that last year. We're going to have roughly 600 acres of corn and roughly 200 acres of soybeans. I know I'll know more once I actually get everything planted. I've got everything wrote down in my book on what goes where this year and everything, but just remembering off the top of my head, that's going to be really damn close. So, oh yeah, so, hey, since Vanessa's in here, are you going to make anything besides the lighter holsters by any chance? Because our lighter holster is looking really good now. I think I told you that already, but on a live stream. But I saw the pictures of it, and I thought it looked really good. Or at least I thought it did anyway. I've got several people that have made me leather products in the past, and they did pretty nice work too. Ron 2A Matters. Howdy, Mr. Ron. What do we know tonight? I'm planting. I'll give you a quick look here. She just popped in. In the planter, hopefully you guys can see my windows are getting kind of dirty, and the sun is right in the road. Of course. I am planting field corn right now, irrigated. I'm working on a irrigated field on our biggest pivot right now. It is roughly 1 mile from one end to the other. So yeah, it takes a little while to get from end to end. But with the long rows, I can get a lot in because I'm not doing a lot of turning around and stuff in some of my smaller fields. So this is actually kind of nice because I can just sit down and whoop. Yes, it is, Michael Dunn. It is patting the field. How are we doing, bud? This is what we're doing. It's about to the end here. I got to put you back in your little holster here. Pretty close. And get in. Yeah, that's what I'm up to right now. We're just planting some irrigated corn right now, Michael. It is officially patting the planter. I've been on the 3-wheeler. I've been in the sprayer. I've been in the manure spreader. So yeah, I've done a lot of stuff this year. Oh, you used to do that too, Ron? Nice. Oh, 3 days of rain? Yeah. We finally got some rain to put some moisture back in the ground. You go east and west of here anywhere, and they're flooded. About 50 miles in any direction, and there's flooding. So we're lucky that we're even in the field right now. Yeah, I don't know if it's fun, but it's different. And obviously I have auto steer, so hands off and let the tractor. But anyway, I'll run you through what all I'm going to look at now that I have auto steer. That's the brown box. This controls my planter. Right here tells me the acres I've been over, row spacings, miles per hour, vacuum vacuum average population, 27,500. My should be right around 28, so it's pretty damn close. And then my row scan, so I keep an eye on what each individual row is doing. Hydraulic system on the tractor and my headland turning around and stuff. Auto steer and ag mapping down there. And I got to show you guys. That's how I start my auto steer, this little pedal down there. And then I've got my tractor stuff. Temps, fuel, RPM, speed, all the tractor stuff. So oh yeah. Yeah, just be glad you didn't get any of the tornadoes of Nebraska and Iowa and Oklahoma. Oh my God. Man, we dodged the bullet that night. It was all on to the east of us, over by Lincoln and Omaha and Waverly. And yes, I do have all the gadgets. That's why I have auto steer, because I can't. There's too much to look at and try to steer the damn tractor anymore. It used to be a lot simpler. I remember doing it by hand and just doing it with the wing units. No, this is a 2014 Massey Ferguson 7624. I guess you would consider it, well, nowadays they're medium tractors, not a big tractor. It's only right at 180, 200 horse, something like that. That's small, or that's medium size now. On the lower side, the medium. But yeah, this is our only red tractor. The rest of them are green. John Deere. I'm a Deere guy. My dad bought this back before I was on the farm, or else I would have had some input on what we were going to get next. And I don't know. I was a John Deere tech back in the day, and Dad always had green tractors before this one and everything. It's what I grew up around. It's what I know. Oh, now you're cooking. You had an M. Woo! That's big horsepower. Oh, look out. Go tear tree stumps straight out of the ground. Woo-hoo. But I'll tell you what, that was a nice tractor back in the day. That was big power back in the day. Oh, no, me and my dad farmed together. I used to run a diesel shop, and the guy that owned the shop did diesel work too, but he wanted to start farming, so he hired me, and I kind of ran the shop and helped him farm when he needed it. Let's see. And I used to help him farm, but now I farm for myself and my dad, and I'm slowly taking over the day-to-day stuff. So you probably see a lot more videos of this. Dad used to like to be the one to plant, even though I worked on the planter and all the equipment just because of my background. Know how to do 99% of it. So, and that usually I'm spraying right now, but I've only got one field left, and hopefully I'm going to get that done tomorrow. So I'm taking over for him in the evenings and stuff a lot more, just so that way he's not having to run so hard. I mean, he's 69 years old. He built this place up from the ground up. Been running it for years, so he deserves some time off. He doesn't need to push that one anymore. So Anyway, that's my plan anyways, to take this all over someday when he decides he's had enough. But I don't know if he'll ever fully retire, probably not. Just because it's in his blood. Oh, shut up, brown box. Yes, Gizzard. Pat is out of the bunker. Pat is in a planter. I'll show you here just in a second, Giz. I got to get turned around, line back up. Auto steer. Okay, and we're rolling again. Let me check. Okay, fertilizer's going up. So I got to check all my stuff here. Oh, no worries, Gary. I'm just going till dark, and the sun is just about at the top of the trees right now on the river bottom. Yeah, we got some rain coming Wednesday into Thursday, or Thursday into Friday. I can't remember. I'll give you a quick view on what we got going on here, Gizzard. Yeah, 8-row John Deere, 30-inch row, 1700 Maxi-Merge Plus row units on a 7624 Massey Kirby's. Yeah, that's what my wife's doing tonight. She's sitting in her garden right now trying to get it all put in. Yes, my kids were all outside when I got home for a quick bite and come down and relieve my dad out of the tractor. That way he don't need to be working late anymore. I usually do the evening shifts and stuff for him now. But make sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a super nice day out today. It's about 72, 73 here today. And for once, the wind wasn't blowing Mach 2. So yeah, very beautiful day. Yeah, that's right. You weren't feeling very good this last weekend. Did you have cold or flu or something, or just catch a little bug? Or I guess I didn't ask. Oh, yeah. My baby girl's been fighting that today. Hopefully, I don't get it. No, I probably don't want to know the details. No. Anyway, okay. I'll give you the view of all the electronics I have to look at. Okay, the brown box. It controls the planter. Got my speed, my vacuum for the vacuum plates, average spacing in inches, how many acres an hour I'm doing. Seed population, 27,300. It kind of bounced around a little bit. The seed rate is supposed to be 28, so it's really close. My scan, it is scanning through every single row, every 3 to 4 seconds, letting you know how much each row is putting down. That is my tractor hydraulics right there, letting me know what the hydraulics and everything are doing, and my headland right there. I press this little button right here, and that goes to each single one. So it'll automatically slow me down, turn off fertilizer, raise the planter, and all I have to do is turn the damn thing around, hit the auto steer once I'm halfway lined up, go through all the buttons again, and boom, I'm off the races again. Okay, ag leader auto steer and ag mapping. And all the green is all what I've planted so far down. Oh, and I am planting irrigated field corn right now, just let you know, guys. But yeah, that thing's a lifesaver right there. So it tells me how many acres, how many passes, and it's all GPS, all auto guidance. And then, of course, I've got my tractor, my temp, my fuel, miles per hour, engine RPM, all that fun stuff. So yeah, literally, all right, have a good one, Michael. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Thanks for keeping me company. I appreciate it. I really do. And yeah, ag has come a long ways. Between all the screens in here and the StreamYard, if I didn't have the auto guidance in here, no way in hell I'd be live streaming. No way. Because I'd have to keep this thing straight down a row and look at everything. There's no way. There's no way I can do it all. Oh yeah. IH6 row, yeah, probably an old finger drive planter, I imagine. Yeah, I'm looking at 5 different things right here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, including StreamYard, 5 screens that I'm looking at. And then I got to turn around every once in a while, look at the rows, make sure nothing's doing anything weird. So I'm getting ready to. Right? Yeah, you didn't. Yeah. Well, just up until, what was it, 6 years ago, I set up a 8-row planter that didn't have any auto guidance on it, and it had the fertilizer and everything, the starter fertilizer for the seed corn in it. And yeah, you didn't dare. You were looking at that or you were looking at the monitor. And looking behind you to make sure the rig and everything was doing what it was supposed to do, making sure there wasn't anything funny or broke behind you. I'll speed up a little bit here. Yeah, going the whole whopping 5.4 miles per hour. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, believe it or not, I can still remember that one. My grandpa had one of those. He had an old IH6 row, and it was chain drive too. It didn't have any hydraulic cylinders on it, and I never got to run that one. Right? Yeah, that's the nice thing about this. It's got little scanners in each one of the seed tubes going down to the trench. And if it plugs up, it's going to let you know really, really quick. If it's not getting that seed rate out fast enough. Like right now, my seed rate is 28,000 per acre on just one row. Yeah, yeah, and I've seen people where I don't know why, even if it was an electrical job, like what I've got here, either the sensor wasn't working right and wasn't telling them it was plugged, and you'd have blank rows. So yeah, you still see that today every once in a while, but not as much. Not as much. Anyway, I'll put it that way. Doesn't mean it can't happen. Yeah, I do not like to plant in the dark. Even with my auto guidance and all this electronic gear that I've got in here, I do not like to do it because I'm one of those guys. Even with this thing has fantastic lights on it. It's got lights everywhere, and they're all LED. But I'm one of those guys. I like to be able to look at every single row behind me, every single row unit, and make sure something wonky isn't happening, and all that. But yeah, and then I don't see how those guys plant it in the dark with markers. I don't, because all mine is GPS. The only time I use the markers is when I'm going around the outside of the field, and that's just to get my AV line set. Because this auto steer has what's called adaptive curve on it, and basically you can set an AV line on adaptive curve. You do your first pass around something that's kind of twisty around the outside. You can hit that button after you've got that map in, and it will follow right beside your last pass. So that makes it even better. So, but yeah, I like the way this thing's set up. Like I said, I just totally went through this planter just a couple years ago. I had some problems starting out today. 3 of the row units, the True V's, and I just put these discs on 2 years ago. Bearings were already out on 3 row units. I was not happy. They do not have very many hours on them. Probably only had 1,500 acres on them, in which the disc blades weren't even shot yet. So I don't know. I'm not happy. I'm going to have to talk to Mother Deere about that one. That happened to me about 4 or 5 years ago, and they only lasted 1 season. Before that, it didn't even last a full season. I put all brand new blades on, and 3/4 of the way through the year, the bearings already worn out. Oh, I was mad. But they refunded me, and they gave me all new blades and bearings without having to pay for it. So, which was very, very nice. Which they should have had to, because I know there was a lot of farmers around the area that were bitching about the same thing. It's like, well, Jesus Christ, I only made it 400 or 500 acres, and everything's falling apart. And yeah, so deer wound up eating all that, which they should, because that's only owning 400 or 500 acres and everything craps out. Yeah, that's not good. Not good. Well, the sun is officially behind the trees now, as you guys can probably tell. It's gotten dark all of a sudden. It's still sunny at the other end of the field, but not down here. Justin, how we doing, bud? I'm just planting. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for keeping me company. I'll give you a quick look at what we're doing. That'll be a quick one. Already turned ring. Planting some field corn. finally got in the field today. Welcome to Farmville. Yep. Well, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe one of these times I'll have you all on and we'll call it the Farmville chat. You just might have hit on something. And yep. Wife planted 40 tomatoes and 20 pepper sets. I imagine that's what you meant to say. Yeah, that's what my wife was doing today too. Trying to get the garden in. Ooh, man, it's gonna get dark quick. Holy crap. Okay, set again. Right. I don't know if you want this field corn though. You can eat it, but it's more suited for cattle feed and ethanol and plastics. And it's not really the edible kind. I mean, you can eat it, but it's tough. Oh, did 100 feet of fencing kick my ass? Oh, well. Yeah, I imagine so. 100 feet, or is that 100 yards? Yeah, I'm not a big fencing fan either. I gotta fix too much of it the way it is. But anyway, I'll give Justin a quick rundown of what we got going on here. Okay, brown box. That monitors my planter and controls it. It's got my population rate. That's a scan. It just randomly scans the row, make sure that it's doing something. Excuse me. Acres an hour, about roughly 13 acres an hour. Average space in between each seed drop, 7.5 inches. Speed and vacuum on the vacuum plates. Back over. Hydraulic systems for my vacuum meter and my seed drive and my headlamp and everything down here, my 3-point and everything. All I got to do is click some buttons and it does what I want it to. And my savior, the ag mapping and auto steer setup. The green is where I've already been. We call this painting. And the white is where I have not been. Gives me passes, miles per hour, how many acres I planted. We planted almost 50 today with breakdowns. And then, of course, you got the regular tractor stuff, temp, fuel, miles per hour, all that kind of stuff. Yes, high-tech redneck. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 monitors, and then including StreamYard right now, I have 5 different things to look at. And oh yeah, then I gotta keep looking out the window every once in a while to make sure nothing's broke, nothing's flailing around, and everything looks okay behind me, which I need to do a check. Looks good. Yeah, right. All us folks from the farm country want to see what's going on. Well, yep. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably my last pass. The sun has set. It is going to start getting dark really soon because there are clouds moving in from the west already. So it's going to get pretty dark here really quick. Right? Yeah, they actually had a working POW camp next county over, Franklin County, and they had a bunch of German POWs working on farms there, and there were some that did come clear over here. And from what I was told anyway, half of them didn't even want to go back. You know, the single ones that really didn't have much of a family or anything like that back home, a lot of them wanted to stay. From a lot of the stories that I got, you know. So, I don't know what's up with my throat all of a sudden, but man. Yeah, yeah, I think most of the farmers were pretty nice to them. You know, they had to work, but it was one of those deals. It's like, well, I guess you backed the wrong horse, and now you're here. How far am I from Hastings? If you go directly south to Red Cloud on 281, I'm about 35, 40 miles from Hastings, straight south. And then back to the west on 136, about 7 miles. A little town called Innervale, Nebraska. I'm basically right on the Kansas-Nebraska border. I'm just on this side of the Nebraska border. Let's put it this way: I've got some pasture ground south of me as I'm driving right now. It's literally like a quarter mile off of the state line. So yeah, I'm not that far. I'm not that far from Kansas. Yeah, what's going on? But anyway, we've officially done 51 acres. And you know what? I think I'm going to call it. Oh, shut up. This brown box likes to talk to me. And that is it, gentlemen. I am going to call planting done for today. And plug my spark box here. Oh, really? Who's your family? Oh, one guy? Just curious. I do know a lot of people around this area. Turn on my hazards. I might want to turn on some lights. Okay. How did my lights go? Yeah, I might know him. One guy. And you don't have to give out names or anything if you don't want to. I'm just curious. Oh, my mirror is like really jacked up on the left hand side. Get back in here. There we go. Sorry, I'm adjusting mirrors. Altman? Last name sounds familiar. Um, hmm, that sounds really familiar. Uh, Hanson, yes. I went to school with Nicole Hanson. He was in my class. And then there was another set of Hanson that was related to McGuire down here. So it depends on which Hanson because those two were unrelated. But yes, I knew a couple different sets of Hanson, and Altman sounds very familiar, but I don't think I went to school with any kids last name Altman. I don't think. But Hanson, I definitely know. I probably know who you're talking about. So anyway, we are pulled up out of the field. We are on our way back to the farmyard where my truck is at because it's gonna start getting dark really, really quick. I already got my lights on. It looks bright coming through the camera, but it's not. The sun's already down behind the clouds and everything. I just do not like to plant after dark unless I absolutely have to or need to. Help it out. Yeah, because one set of Hansons I know was Wolf and Hanson that has got a big farm here north of us that got cattle and stuff like that and farm. And then Terry Hanson and let's see, TJ Hanson. I went to school with him. He was on my race team. He was in the class above me, and then his little brother was in the class below me, and he'd go to the races with us every once in a while and help pick crew and stuff. So they were originally from Lincoln and moved down to the Red Cloud area, and eventually wound up going back to Lincoln after their kids left and graduated. Went to Lincoln for college and stuff like that. So if I lose you by accident, guys, just because I'm pulling in my farmyard, it does not have all that great a service. So I just want to say thank you to y'all for keeping me entertained. Actually, I'll just stop right here and I'll end the video. Say thank you for coming along with me and seeing what it is that I do, especially this time of year in the spring. So, like I said, this is day one of many. So, but anyway, thanks everybody for joining me, and I'm sure there'll be more streams to come. So, be looking for a pop-up. So, all right, y'all have a good night. Thanks for riding along. Bye.